All right, for example 5, they've asked us to find the measure of angle CDB. So let's find that for CDB. That's this angle right here. I'm just going to put an X right down there. Now, to be able to find angle measures, remember we had to know two sides of a triangle. If you know two sides of the triangle, you can find the angles using our trig ratios. So when you're looking at this triangle, this right triangle, notice it's this triangle that involves that angle X, angle what we call the X. We don't know two sides. We only know one side. We know the CD right there is 7. So we're going to have to do a whole other problem before we can even get to that. We're going to look at this right triangle over here. And notice that these two triangles share this side right here, this BD. So I'm going to call that Y. And we're going to find that side first. And then I can use my trig ratios to find angle X. All right, so we're going to start off with calling this lovely angle theta. So across from my right angle, I'm going to call this side the hypotenuse. Across from theta, we'll call that side the opposite. And that leaves this to be our adjacent side. All right, then we write up our so-called TOA, so we can help remember which ratio word's going to be useful here. So looking right here, notice we don't know the hypotenuse. We're trying to find the opposite, our y right there. We know the adjacent. So we're going to try and find a ratio that uses the A and the O. The A and the O, and there is, it's going to be the tangent. We're going to say that the tangent of our angle, which in this case our theta was 47 degrees, that's equal to O. O comes first, so there's our y, divided by A, which is 18. Now to solve for y or to get y by itself, we're just going to multiply both sides by 18. So multiply by 18. And y here is equal to, so 18 times the tangent of 47. And I have a 19.3. All right, so this side right here is 19.3. And we're not done. So now we get to go back and start kind of all over. Now we're just going to look at the green triangle. We'll make it orange right here. We're going to look at this triangle to find this angle measure. So if I call this my theta right here, that means across from my right angle, this side is the hypotenuse this time. Across from my angle over here is the opposite. And the side that I know is my adjacent side. All right, so I know two sides. I know the adjacent side, and now I know the hypotenuse side. Okay, so the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So the A and the H. Look right here. The A and the H, that's going to involve our cosine ratio. So we're going to say that the cosine of our angle, theta, is equal to A, my adjacent, or that 7, divided by the hypotenuse, the H, or that 19.3. And then you're just going to remember to put it into your calculator. To solve for that theta, you're going to do the inverse cosine. So second cosine of just 7 divided by 19.3. And let's see what our calculator tells us. So second cosine, 7 divided by 19.3. Whoops. 0.3. And I have 68.7 degrees is that theta right there, my missing angle.